Nobody but me. Now everybody want my baby, but my baby don't want nobody but me. That's plain
I found a new baby. I found a new girl. My flashlight baby got me in a world. No kind of loving done made me her slave. Sweet Philadelphia's all that I crave.
It's too early in the morning for scroll nut zippers. What's going on? See the lights. All right. Well, it was all right yesterday. Not an amazing day. Not a terrible day. So, ho-hum, meh. Here's the postcards. Taking a tramp into the woods. This lady's going to beat a hobo with a stick. Look at that. 12:55. Grandstand Central Main Fair in Waterville, undivided back, sold for $5.65. The souvenir gift shop at the Oklahoma State Prison in McAlester, Oklahoma. True story. In my last job, I basically sold the entire city of McAlester their internet. $9.86. Bathing Beauty beach scene, probably New Jersey, but it doesn't say. Sold for $4.95. White border posted. Says Wildwood, but that doesn't mean where it's at. General view of the San Gabriel mission, $2.95. Not a postcard, but a little quack medicine booklet on X-ray and high frequency technique. It's a little quack medicine booklet. Look, it can cure your rectum. High frequency vacuum rectal electrode for 7 minutes, 4 to 6 times a week. Jesus. Can cure ringworm, rodent ulcer, sarcoma, sciatica, stricture. What the hell is that? High frequency perurethral vacuum electrode. No, thank you. I'll die. $44.95. Giant cock, $4.46. Oops. That was the, what do you call it? I have another one that sold of it, so I'll remember the name in a minute. Drive on Beckett Mountain in Hamilton, Canada, $4.95. Same customer bought about 7 cards, including this one, Jasper Park, Athabasca River, Canadian Rockies, monument to the Franco-Mexicano War. There we go, $4.95. Paseo Nuevo Street View, Pueblo, Mexico, $7.95. Queen's Park, Owen Sound, Ontario, Canada, $3.55. Different customer, but the one I accidentally skipped is one of this, the Chapultepec Castle entrance. The other customer bought one of these too. I sold 2 of the same Mexico cards. I sold more Mexico and Canada cards today than I did U.S. True story. Mayo Clinic by Night, Rochester, Minnesota, $3.75. There we have it. Yes, and the way you do it is by sticking an X-ray electrode up your urethra, according to that book. Doodle-doo. Gonna be a pretty quick and easy shipping day, all in all. Shit. Just closed the wrong window. All right. I do have some results from the postcard promoted listing experiment. I'll get to those in just a minute. Let me get these out first. Oh, did I really just... I did, didn't I? Oh, man. Oh, I didn't. So then, what the hell happened to that other card? Weird. Did it somehow just not make it up here? That must have been it. Didn't fall on the ground anywhere. Nope. Just didn't make it up here somehow. Let me go grab it real quick. I know I pulled the card. What the hell happened? How does a card just fucking disappear like that? Okay, there's only one other place it could be. Did it somehow make its way into here? No. What the actual fuck? Okay. That is bizarre. I have no freaking clue. Just vanished. It just straight up evaporated. The hell? All right, well, let's get the rest of these packed up at least. Okay, the plot thickens. There's 2 cards missing. Which tells me that something probably spilled. Because I pulled both of those. Either that, or they somehow got put back with whatever card got pulled after them. All right. Not on my floor anywhere. Thankfully, it's clean now and I can see that. Okay. All right. What would have I pulled? Would have been the last 2 cards that I pulled. So maybe they both got put back somehow in Minnesota. That's weird. All right, I'm going to go check that. All right. Well, I'm going to put a pin in that for now. That is just the most bizarre thing. I literally pulled the cards. They came up here and somehow managed to disappear 2 cards. The last 2 that I pulled. I don't think they fell behind there. And I don't know. I have no explanation. All right, moving on, I guess. Sold a laser disc, the Prince of Tides. Oh, let's do the math. All right, so we are at about 3 weeks. I'm going to give it another week on the experiment. Here's where we're at. This is kind of interesting. All right, we'll start with the 15%. Number of cards sold, 14. However, I think 3 of those were from the ones where I made a deal with the guy. So they might be slightly skewed rather. But I don't know that for sure. I didn't dive into that. 14 cards for $157.92. 10% promoted. 18 cards sold for $126.48. And at 5%, 18 also sold for $119.50. Sorry, so the amount gross sales dollar amounts are $185.79 for 15%, $140.52 for 10, and $119.50 for 5. After fees, $157.92 for 15%, $126.48 for 10, and $113.53 for 5%. The net between 5 and 10 was only about $13 after the promoted listing fee. The difference between 15 and 5 was about $44 after promoted listing fees. However, I feel like now the numbers are skewed because of one sale, which is why I'm letting it go longer. In terms of quantity sold, 15% is still the lowest. 10 and 15 are both, or 5 and 10 are both tied at 18 cards sold. So my sense is I need to maybe ignore the dollar amounts on these and focus only on the quantity sold. However, that the dollar amounts are interesting data as well, because at the end of the day, I want to find out if I'm overpaying for promoted. So I'm gonna let this run a little bit longer, increase the sample size. So if any of them are skewed any one way, I figured right now it's only at 21 days. I'm gonna let it run at least another week. And then I feel like a 30-day sample size with a randomly selected 2,000 listings is going to be probably as pure as I'm willing to make it. But right now, like, it's so, like, the amount between 5 and 10% is negligible. Like, if you're promoting at 10%, what this tells me is just you might as well promote at 5. It's not going to make that big of a difference or any difference. It might make the difference of $500 over the course of a year. Might. But with 3 weeks, there's just too much variance to really tell that for sure. So Gonna put a pin in it until next week, and we'll see where we're at next week. That's true as well. I tried to the values on my. So here's the other part. The values on my promoted, 15% had the highest value, gross value, followed by 5, then 10. So in looking at the percentage of the dollar amount percentage of the total gross that sold, 10% is outperforming everything at 0.9% sell through by dollars, followed by 15%, followed by 5%. 5% as a sell through dollar amount is only 0.06% over 21 days. So which is another kind of important number, I think, like the total sales versus the gross amount, starting amount. So but in order to do a random sample, I had to sort of ignore the total dollar amount to begin with. So there could be that bias going on, is that because it's the highest dollar amount gross, that it's going to have the skew. So I'm trying to, figure out that number as well, best I can. Alrighty. All right, sold a deck of cards, TWA collector's cards. I sold one of these last week. They've been in the store for a while, and then all of a sudden, both of them sold. This one sold for $6. For real, where the hell did those two cards go? Sold Dexter on Blu-ray, 4th season. Sold for $2. Sold this thing. It's a dressmaker's tailoring ham roll. This sold for $10.75. We'll go right in one of these. Prince of Tides on Laserdisc, sealed new. Did not sell for much, but it did sell for $5.36. I mean, who doesn't want to see Nick Nolte and Barbara fucking Streisand getting it on? Am I right? I hope not. $5.36. Sealed. Sold the SK wrenches that I bought at the rummage sale for $14.20, but I fucked up the shipping. I had it on standard envelope for some reason, and so they underpaid on the shipping. I'm still making money on it. Luckily, they're just going down to Sacramento. Make sure we're still at 2 pounds. Yep. Still making perfectly fine money off of it. Wait a minute. Why does this say UPS ground? It's actually cheap. Well, I guess it's okay. It's actually 50 cents cheaper. And I got to go over to the drop-off anyways. It's nice that they reopened the drop-off spot that's a couple of blocks from my house. Last but not least, this took a while to sell. Taylor Weather Station. Un momento. This took like 2 years to sell, I think. 1525. Going to Bowling Green, Ohio. And I do have a box for this. Already sort of started. Hopefully it works. Maybe long enough. Negatory. But I can fix that. What we're gonna do right that way. I know how to do it. Right there. That ain't going no ways. 18, 5, 7. Came in underweight. All right, it's gonna drive me nuts. What the hell happened to those two postcards? Just doesn't make any sense. Where did they go? Well, I guess I'm going on a wild goose chase this morning. Yippee hooray. The only two envelopes that they could have gone in, I already pulled apart. I'm gonna pull apart one more. The first one more time. Yeah, so they were literally the last two cards that I pulled. And not only the last two cards, but the last two items I pulled. So there was really nowhere, like, it's not like I would have accidentally put them back with something else. They were the last two things that came out of inventory this morning. Yeah, I have no idea. The routine is pretty consistent in the morning, so I'm a little baffled what could have happened. I'm just gonna have to retrace my steps again. Yeah, bizarre. I'll find them. They have to be here somewhere. They couldn't have gotten far on those tiny little legs. Yeah, I'm gonna just retrace everything this morning. I did get coffee this morning, but usually everything just comes straight up here, goes in a pile. I'm thinking they may have just slipped off the edge here. I know I checked already, but it seems like a likely culprit. But nope, not there. Where did they go? So weird. All right, well, I'm going to go on a wild goose chase. I hope the rest of you have a great morning. Sales are good, all the things. We'll be back tomorrow. We got two ready to go already. So as long as we don't lose all our orders, hope you all have a great day. We'll catch you on the flip. Peace out. Bye.